just growing up has helped me navigate life. Experiencing so many different things at such a young age, that's helped me grow into the person I am, and especially having epilepsy, that has helped me. That also helped me be mature and stuff, because I had to treat myself differently than the other kids because I wasn't normal. I put that in quotes. But it taught me my limitations, and that it's okay to take a break and step back if you're not feeling okay. It doesn't make you weak or less than, because you're still a human being at the end of the day. Yes. Doesn't matter what's quote unquote wrong with you, or how you're different. You're still a human. You still have feelings. It doesn't matter.
This is Dr. Rodney Duckett with the Lively Art of Conversation, where we live, we learn, we earn, my goodness, and we pass it along. Tune in and listen to us every Sunday from 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. as we give you our story with the Lively Art of Conversation. Hey, this is Rodney Duckett, and you're watching the Lively Art of Conversation, where we live, we learn, my goodness, we pass it along. We are here back in the studios. Again, I have another one of those guests. That's right, guests. I know so many people that I'm interconnected to, but this guest right here is another one that I watch grow up right before my eyes. And I'm telling you, if I had some magic, I'll make them stop growing. I really would make them stop growing, but I'm glad that they're turning into beautiful, beautiful adults. And it really does my heart good to see these children and how they grow, because, how they say, it's an old African proverb. The reason why we know God has not given up on the world, because a child was born. And thank God this child was born, because I'm telling you, she has so much to offer and give to the world. But just like I do every week, this show wouldn't be a show without my underwriters. My underwriters, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you. And did I say I thank you? I really do thank you, because you guys have made this show possible. I really do appreciate you guys, what you have poured into me. And at this time, let me just take a moment for my underwriters.
Words have power. They connect, heal, and inspire. That's the mission at Better Watch Your Tone, LLC, founded by Toni B. Shelton. She's empowering through powerful poetry and prose, with hundreds impacted through speaking events, workshops, and 8 self-published books. Ready to honor the story within? Discover books and coaching at betterwatchyourtone.com. For event poetry or book writing support, email ToniShelton@gmail.com. Let's use our words to uplift. Better watch your tone. Looking to elevate your brand or capture unforgettable moments? New Image Media offers top-tier videography, photography, personal branding, and more. They combine creativity and quality with fair pricing and friendly service, so you get the results you want. Whether it's a business promo or special occasion, they bring your vision to life with quality you can trust. Choose New Image Media, where your image is everything. For more info, email media@newimagemiallc.com.
Hello. This is Rodney Duckett with the Lively Art of Conversation. As we live, we learn, we earn, and we pass that wisdom along. Join us every Sunday from 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. as we bring to you our story. You bring your story, we give you our story, and our story is how we engage in our community. Everybody has a story, and we're waiting to hear your story. So if you're interested, reach out to us at livelyartofconversation@gmail.com.
You've built a life worth celebrating. Now it's time to be seen. At Las Foto de Lance Photography, they don't just take portraits, they capture the fire in your spirit and the power in your presence. Whether you're reclaiming your confidence, owning your story, or stepping into a new chapter, Las Foto de Lance Photography creates luxury images that reflect the real you. Visit lasfotodelance.net or drop by their Harker Heights studio. Las Foto de Lance Photography, unapologetically you, immortalized.
Hello, this is Dr. Rodney Duckett with the Lively Art of Conversation. This is the place where you live, you learn, you earn, and you pass that wisdom along. Join us every Sunday from 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. as we bring to you the lively art of conversation. This is a place where your life lessons becomes the experience and the wisdom for others to reach out and grab. If it's not for your test, if it's not for your mess, if it's not for your tragedies, and if it's not for your end, we'll never have the beginning for the next generation. We will never have the triumph the next generation can reach out and point the finger at. We'll never be able to understand the test that turned to the testimony. And my goodness, everybody's mess becomes a great dialogue for a message. So if you have a message and you would like to be a part of the lively art of conversation, do not hesitate with just dropping me a email. That's right, with the lively art of conversation at gmail.com. Because if you have an ad, if you have a book, if you have an event, or if you have something that you have to get off your chest in a constructive way to help others build and grow, well, this is the platform for you. So feel free to reach out to me. That's right, your community facilitator, your cultural enthusiast, Rodney Duckett. That's Dr. Rodney Duckett. So hope to hear you soon on the lively art of conversation. Tune in. This is a story worth listening to. This is Dr. Rodney Duckett with the Heritage Legacy Curators. You're looking for something for your kids to do this summer? Well, reach out to me at Impact Outreach, IMPAC Outreach at gmail.com, because Heritage Legacy Curators is all about collecting oral history. So if you have stories that you would love to pass down to your kids, or if you have a project that maybe your kids need to do as it relates to oral history, bring those family albums out and we'll sit there and we'll sort through those family albums. So that way we can collect those stories and keep those stories within the family. So that way they can be the next speakers to curate a conversation where we live, we learn, we earn. My goodness, we pass it along. And we are here. In the theme that I have for this week, the word that I want you guys to hold on to is blossom. That's right, blossom. Now, that word could mean many things to many people, but let's think of a flower or a plant that blossoms. So here's a quote. The quote is this right here. The blossom begins with the inside of you. That's it. Every plant, before it blossoms, it begins to blossom on the inside before the outside. And the thought-provoking question, pull your journals out. If your journals are not out, you need to pull your journals out. What work do we need to do inside of us in order to blossom? That's right. What work do you need to do inside of your own self in order to blossom? And when we speak of blossoms, my guest here today, I'm telling you, when I seen her, she was a budded up plant. She was budded up tight. And sometimes we meet people, not sometimes on good accords, but she came to me on a good accord, but something didn't fan out the way it did. And if you know me, there's two things that I hate in this world. I hate to see a little girl sad, and I hate to see a little girl cry. So when I seen this little girl sad and cry, I said, no. We got to run this back. And my guest today is the beautiful, the talented, and the flower which has blossomed, Nyaja.
Hi. Hello.
Nyaja, thank you for being a part of this show.
Thank you for having me.
I'm happy, but I'm sad. I'm sad because you're growing up. I mean, it's a good thing. And yeah, but golly, it makes me older too. So I feel so old now because you're growing up. You're going to be pushing me in the wheelchair to your concerts, and I'm going to be waving my hands in my wheelchair like I just don't care, so because probably I won't care at that time. But I'm glad that you're here to be a part of this show. How you been doing, sweetie?
I've been doing really, really well, actually. Life has been very good to me. Just been finding my way, especially about to be a senior in high school. So definitely I know. I'm trying to focus on what colleges I want to go to and things like that.
Yes, and I'm happy for you. I'm going to get out of my feelings right now. I'm happy for you. And man, senior. When did I meet you? You was in what?
I was in 7th grade.
Oh my gosh. Oh my good. Time has flown by too fast, and it's amazing to see the person that you are. So Nyaja, I know your story. And I know your mother and daddy very well. They're phenomenal people. But tell me your evolution. Tell me a little bit about Nyaja.
Okay. So Nyaja is my stage name, and my first performance was when I was 12 or 11, one of those. Mm-hmm. And I cried my eyes out afterwards because I was just thrown onto the stage. I didn't know what to expect. I even wore sunglasses so that the audience couldn't see my eyes, and it still didn't work. I walked off that stage, I was crying real bad.
So what performance were you doing? Where were you at?
Oh my gosh, it was a really long time ago.
Do we need to solicit the help of moms? You know, moms know everything.
Yeah,
so
yeah, we do.
Yeah.
It was your Juneteenth event, actually.
My Juneteenth event?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, look at that.
Told us about it.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to just shut up because I was about ready to talk about my mind, but your mind, but my mind. Okay, we're gonna get back on track because I ain't gonna talk bad about myself. Wow, has it been that long?
It has been that long.
Oh my God, amazing. So let's talk about your influences. Like, what has influenced you to be the Nyaja that we know right now?
My parents.
Okay, please.
100%. My dad sings, of course, and I get that from him. That's my artistic style, I guess. And then my mom is my personality. She is like, like obviously both of my parents have influenced who I am as a person, but I feel like I am more like my mother, especially now. We hang out all the time, and she is my best friend. So yeah, my parents have been my support system throughout everything. So definitely them.
Okay, now here's my ignorance. I didn't know Derek could sing. Like literally, I didn't know Mr. Mitchell could sing. I had no idea. That dude is just always quiet. You know, always. Even when I'm working with him in juvenile detention now. Thank you, Derek, by the way, of devoting your time and attention to the kids. And he never mentioned one time to the kids or anybody that he can sing. Mm-hmm. Man, what is up with that? What is up with that?
Right, it's like a little secret talent that he got, a little party trick.
Okay, all right. Well, awesome. So you have both of the best worlds of your parents. Let's talk about somebody you left out.
My brother.
Yeah, what's up with this dude?
I love my brother so much. You can ask my mom. Like, he has grown into such a beautiful young man, and he is so kind and loving and funny. He is hilarious. There was a time he got his wisdom teeth taken out recently, actually, and he was he was hilarious. He was so out of it. He came up to my room. I was sleeping, and then he woke me up. He was like, "Money, I'm here," and he just sat on my bed. And then my mom had to leave to get him something, right? And I had to watch him tell me why he wanted to go play basketball. And then I told him no. And then he went to my dad and went to ask him if he could play. And my dad said the same thing. And he was like, "But I'm awesome." I don't care how awesome you are. You're not playing basketball right now.
That is beautiful. And I love the fact that siblings, you know, endure one another. I had your colleague that was on here last week, and she was talking about her relationship with her brother in the similar light as you guys. And I don't know if my sister feels the same way about me. Vanessa, do you feel the same way about me? You know, because I was kind of mean as a brother growing up. I would like her out the house in the middle of the summer and just be mean. You know, I was a mean brother, but I'm glad that they're sweet brothers, you know. So let's talk about the love of music. Where exactly that come from? I know your father sings, but where did it come from?
You know, I feel like I've always loved music. My mom told me when I came out the womb, I was singing Pretty Wings. So I was like, I feel like it's always been a part of my life. You know, I always use it as not really a crutch, but I use it to help me escape from reality sometimes, and also helps me heal, and it makes me happy, it makes me sad, it makes me feel, you know? So I feel like I didn't really acknowledge it as much. My love for music, I didn't acknowledge it until 7th grade is when I started really pursuing it, and I joined back in choir in 7th grade. I did it in elementary school actually, but I quit because it was like, it wasn't for me at the time. But then I joined back in 7th grade and 8th grade, and high school is when everything really changed for me. And I honestly love that I was able to experience the classical side of music as well, because it's really, really beautiful, and people don't understand that. There's messages behind any type of music, and any type of music can make you feel. There was a piece when I went to TMEA, and it was about Mozart when he went, did he go blind or deaf? It was one of those. He lost one of his senses, and it was like slowly getting quieter. He went deaf, and it was slowly getting quieter until you couldn't hear anybody singing anymore, and then it just stopped. I cried my eyes out. That was just so beautiful and poetic to me. Music is just, it is my life. I love music.
So you're very versatile when it comes to music. Your genres are, I've heard you sing probably just about everything, believe it or not. What is your favorite genre of music?
R&B.
R&B?
Yeah. Okay,
what specific? Do you neo soul, what?
Whew.
Motown era? What do you like?
That's hard. I guess neo soul?
Okay.
Maybe? Yeah.
What's some of your favorite artists that stick out to you?
Ooh, okay. Lucky Day. Her, Frank Ocean.
Okay.
Also like Music Soul Child.
Me too. I like music, yeah.
And then trying to think of one more. Jasmine Sullivan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So have you written any songs?
I have. I have a song that is in the works right now. I'm going to release it soon. Just got to tweak it a little bit more. And then, yeah, it's a very, very important song to me. It's about a really important experience that I had in my life that had turned me into who I am today.
Oh, wow. Oh, awesome. And I can't wait to that debut. So you have rings here, so let me know ahead of time, so that way we can put the shout out right here that you're about to drop this EP. So we really, really want that. So hey, this is Dr. Rodney Duncan. You're watching the Lively Art of Conversation, where we live, we learn, we earn, we pass along, and we'll be right back after these commercials.
This is Lavina Sabri with So Natural Catering and Bomb A Lemonade, and you're listening to the Lively Art of Conversation.
Hello. This is Rodney Duckett with the Lively Art of Conversation. As we live, we learn, we earn, and we pass that wisdom along. Join us every Sunday from 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. as we bring to you our story. You bring your story, we give you our story, and our story is how we engage in our community. Everybody has a story, and we're waiting to hear your story. So if you're interested, reach out to us at livelyartofconversation@gmail.com.
Looking to elevate your brand or capture unforgettable moments? New Image Media offers top-tier videography, photography, personal branding, and more. They combine creativity and quality with fair pricing and friendly service, so you get the results you want. Whether it's a business promo or special occasion, they bring your vision to life with quality you can trust. Choose New Image Media, where your image is everything. For more info, email media@newimagemiallc.com. Words have power. They connect, heal, and inspire. That's the mission at Better Watch Your Tone, LLC, founded by Toni B. Shelton. She's empowering through powerful poetry and prose, with hundreds impacted through speaking events, workshops, and 8 self-published books. Ready to honor the story within? Discover books and coaching at betterwatchyourtone.com. For event poetry or book writing support, email tonyshelton@gmail.com. Let's use our words to uplift. Better watch your tone. You've built a life worth celebrating. Now it's time to be seen. At Las Foto de Lance Photography, they don't just take portraits, they capture the fire in your spirit and the power in your presence. Whether you're reclaiming your confidence, owning your story, or stepping into a new chapter, Las Foto de Lance Photography creates luxury images that reflect the real you. Visit lasfotodelance.net or drop by their Harker Heights studio. Las Foto de Lance Photography, unapologetically you, immortalized.
Hello, this is Dr. Rodney Duckett with the Heritage Legacy Curators. You're looking for something for your kids to do this summer? Well, reach out to me at Impact Outreach, IMPAC Outreach at gmail.com, because Heritage Legacy Curators is all about collecting oral history. So if you have stories that you would love to pass down to your kids, or if you have a project that maybe your kids need to do as it relates to oral history, bring those family albums out and we'll sit there and we'll sort through those family albums. So that way we can collect those stories and keep those stories within the family. So that way they can be the next speakers to curate your family reunion. Hey, this is Dr. Rodney Duckett with the Lively Art of Conversation. We are back with Nyaja. That's right. I'm going to start calling her the blooming flower. I don't know what Nyaja stands for. I'm just going to say Nyaja stands for the blooming flower, because this woman has bloomed to become an amazing, amazing woman. And if you have not heard her sing, it is heaven on earth, because she can blow. She sung a song at the last poetry slam that I had, and I didn't even know the song, but I remember one of the ladies say, she sounds better than the artist. So I had to go home, Google the artist, look it up, and I said, she does sound better than the artist. I was like, wow. It's just amazing what you could do. I wish I had that talent. I don't have that talent, but you have this amazing talent. But not even the fact that you can sing. I had the pleasure of watching you act on several different occasions. Tell me about this.
I dabble.
Dabble?
I dabble.
Mama, wasn't she the star? She was the star. What you know about dabble? I dabble. Humility, I swear.
I was Annie in the hip opera adaptation of it.
Yes, ma'am.
It was a really fun experience, honestly, and it also helped me come out of my shell around people that I had no clue who they were,
Yes.
And it helped me make new friends, socialize, and things like that, which also led me to taking more opportunities. So, yeah, I dabble. I dabble.
What have you learned along the way? What have you picked up from these experiences? You said that, the acting helped you come out of your shell a little bit, but what have you learned from your experiences? And I know it's the audience that's listening. Yes, she's in high school. Yes, she hasn't seen life yet, but she has learned so much along the way. So please tell us.
Okay. You mean how I came out of my shell and stuff?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I'll just start in 9th grade, because in 9th grade I was so shy-ish, and I didn't know anybody there aside from one of my best friends, Pyong. And she was really the only person that I could talk to because I didn't know anyone. So when I went into choir, that was my 6th period, and I didn't know anyone there. And then there were a select few of people who would talk to me occasionally, but it wasn't really a friend's kind of situation. But then I sang, because we had a little get-together. It was a Halloween-themed party, and we were watching a scary movie. And then after the movie, they played karaoke and stuff, and then Love on Top by Beyonce played. And I was singing my little heart out. And then they was looking at me they were like, she could sing? And they were like, who is this? And after that, it was oh, hi, how are you? And now four of them are my best friends. Lachey, Nayalise, Tatiana, and Ariasia. They are amazing people, and I love them to death. And I don't know what I would do without them.
I know there's some young ladies that are listening to the show. People are on their way to church right now, and there's probably some young ladies that may be listening might be in the juvenile detention center, because this broadcast's out there as well too. Tell them about, navigating young womanhood, because I know there's a lot of ups and downs when it relates to that. And the one thing that I know, I'm not inside the house, but I have been in your house before, and I've talked to your mom and your dad before, and you've carried yourself with so much confidence and humility. Speak on that.
I get that from my dad.
Okay.
He loves to talk about life, and he loves having deep conversations. And I really love that, because that taught me how to be emotionally mature at a young age, which I think is very important, because that helps you being like situationally aware. I know that's probably not a word, but it probably is.
No, you're right.
But
Yeah.
But it helps a lot, like understanding what's going on around you, how people feel, instead of like saying the wrong thing at the wrong time and not considering other people's feelings. He also taught me how to handle conflict, which is really, really important as well. There was a time that somebody actually did want to fight me. And
no.
Yeah, I know. She wanted to fight me, and she was looking for me in school, and I was like, I'm not dealing with this, because I don't fight. That's not my thing. I don't.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
It's stupid. Why not have a conversation? So I just went, handled it, got a stay away contract or whatever, so that she didn't bother me anymore. But it's like, you don't always have to solve situations with violence or get somebody to do something for you. Like, just talk to somebody. And if that doesn't work, get your parents involved, and then have a sit down with their parents and try to figure out how to resolve the situation. And if that doesn't work, go to the police. If it's really that serious, if things escalate, go find somebody who will help you with the situation. So that's one thing. Then also, I feel like, just growing up has helped me navigate life. Experiencing so many different things at such a young age, that's helped me grow into the person I am. And especially having epilepsy, that has helped me. That also helped me be mature and stuff, because I had to treat myself differently than the other kids, because I wasn't normal. I put that in quotes. But it taught me my limitations, and that it's okay to take a break and step back if you're not feeling okay. It doesn't make you weak or less than, because you're still a human being at the end of the day.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what's quote unquote wrong with you, or how you're different. You're still a human. You still have feelings. It doesn't matter,
Yeah. And thank you for that maturity, because I was going to beat somebody up graduation weekend. So I like to hear maturity coming from kids. Yes. Dr. Doug is about ready to throw some hands. Well, I'm telling you, but to hear it from her, I need to calm down, and I need to communicate and talk things out. Okay. So see, I'm always learning from these kids. You can learn so much from these kids. And I will say this, and I've said it to your mom, your daddy dope. Straight up, he's dope, and I like your dad. I like his vibe. I've told him before, he's quiet, but he has that quiet strength that I like. So you are blessed to have a father like him. So, because I've seen him personally in action at juvenile detention center, and I was very, very impressed the way he handled himself and how the young men gravitated to him, and they asked for your father. They want your father back. So I think I'm about ready to lose my job at juvie, because they like your dad more than me, which is good. I need a break, Derek, so you can have it. So, but no. So let's talk about Nyaja. What projects do you have coming up? I know you're getting ready to graduate, but what projects do you have coming up that we need to know about in 2026? So.
I don't have anything in motion, but I am writing.
Okay.
So that is a start, So maybe another song
Okay.
towards the end of 2026. That's the goal. I want to start making more songs and releasing them, so I can just get my name out there. You know, it's never a bad thing.
No, it's not. So 2026 will lead us to your graduation. I'm pivoting forward a little bit. So what happens after graduation? What do we have going on for the rest of our life?
Well, I'm going to go to CTC first so that I can get everything like core classes knocked out. I'm not trying to have to deal with that when I go to college for real. Like, I'm gonna go on some university tours this summer, looking at different places that have nursing programs, good nursing programs, and good music programs. Because I'm trying to get my degree in nursing, and then also trying to get my degree in music education, so that I can, you know, have a job in the medical field, because I've always wanted to do that. It was always a dream of mine. And then also still go to school for music, so that I can eventually, you know, either teach music to kids who are, you know, trying to go to college and learn more about it, or just be like a role model, you know? Yeah, that's the plan.
I'm touched because by trade I'm actually a nurse. I'm a nurse practitioner. A lot of people know that, and you really have a great edge because nursing is one of those fields where you can become a nursing entrepreneur and do great work. And one of the things that happens in nursing is nursing homes and the dementia and Alzheimer's units. One of the last things to go is childhood memories. And guess how they teach them? Through the songs of their eras. So you'll be singing a lot of these great songs that you like to people like me that will be at a nursing home, and I can remember those songs. And believe it or not, they remember the words of the songs because music is therapy. So that could be something for you to think about. There's a lot of articles and stuff on it, and when you get to that level where you want to know more about it, I'll be glad to give it to you. But music has been therapy in a lot of nursing homes, a lot of hospitals. Music is something that is constantly played, so you're on the right path. I wish I can sing, but if I sing to someone in the hospital, they done, you know, so they're finished. So they're absolutely finished. But you can probably resurrect the dead. Me, no. They go into the morgue once I'm done. So, but I do appreciate you. So that nursing is a great field to get in, and I'm really, really excited to hear that you want to be in that field. And it's a great opportunity in the field of nursing. A lot of people don't know because nursing is one of those only professions where you can literally be broke, get a job, and then in 1 year make close to $100,000. I mean, it is that simple because there's a need for nursing, especially with the baby boomers out there that's now in the retirement home. So that's awesome. But I didn't want to do a career development moment right now, but just for you to do that, that's just awesome. So there's so much to you know, like it's kind of crazy. Like I spoke again to your colleague just a week ago, Jordan Orion, and she does the social worker thing, and she sings and she acts, and you know that's the side of her that she does, and she works with people and advocate for people. And now you're going into the nursing end of things, the health, to advocate for people, but you still sing and act as well too. So you always will have an audience around you no matter what, you know, in the field of nursing or the stage that you're on. Wow. So tell me what we have for you that's coming up in October. What exciting things, and I know I said this already, but I know there's some things that's happening in October. Is there any plays that you're going to be a part of with school? Because when your mother invited me out to a play, and I seen you, and I was like, wow, that is not the young lady that I know. That is absolutely not the young lady I know. What do we have going on? I know you do your choir and all these different things.
Okay.
Oh, I got to get you a look on your phone. I'll put you on the spot.
It's okay.
That's all right.
Okay. So last year was Hadestown, and I was Eurydice. That was such a good experience, by the way. I would do it again. It was super stressful, but it was super fun. This year we're doing Godspell. I actually have no idea about the musical but I'm gonna watch it like 1,000 times so that I can get a feel for it and then audition and hopefully get a role. And if not, then I'll be part of the tech crew, which is fine with me too. But that is what we got going on this fall. And then in the late, I think it's April, that we're going to be doing Chicago as well.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So definitely look out for those. And ticket sales, I don't know about those yet because we still haven't even started planning it or nothing like that. But yeah, that's what you can expect this fall.
Well, I will definitely put that out as soon as I get that information so people can come watch you live and in living color. I mean, because you are multi-talented, as I keep saying. But let's shift gears a little bit. I learned about your life. I learned the lessons that you learned from your mother and father. Mm-hmm. But what value has you gained from all of that? What is the value that you take from everything that you've learned? If it's from acting, if it's from mom and dad, if it's from the community, like what's the value in all of that for you?
That's a loaded question.
I know. I do that all the time. That's one of those Dr. Ducky questions. I know you can handle it. 100%. Sure you can.
I think the value in it all is just to be happy, have fun, and never take anything for granted. Oh, wow. Because, life is so short and you never know when it might end or when an opportunity might not be available to you anymore. So I always try to take as many opportunities as I can and always just have fun because, sometimes you take life too serious because you're only focused on the main goal and what you want out of life, and that's just a straight path. But life is not a straight path. It's so many things. You meet so many peoples, you have so many different experiences, and you just learn so much throughout life. So I think people should just relax, That's something I had to learn. It was hard. Because like I said, life is not serious. So just take time to breathe and think and be happy with who you are, where you are in life. Sometimes it doesn't go as planned. So that's why you always just need to go with the flow and stuff like that. Patience is also a very, very important virtue. And I had to learn that as well. I was not the most patient child. You can ask my mom. It was bad. 12 years old, never doing that again. But patience is a very, very important thing to learn, because without that, you're kind of stuck, because you can either get hot real fast or you can get upset over like the tiniest little thing, which is also like, relax, just chill out.
Wow. And thank you for that, because I'm very impatient at times. A lot of people think I'm patient, but I'm like very impatient. And sometimes I got to have these talks with myself to be patient. And if you master that art, you're twilight years beyond most people, because I'm like, sometimes I want to hit that microwave and I want it bam
that part.
So yeah, patience is definitely something that is very important. And this is Dr. Rodney Duck, and you're watching the Lively Art of Conversation, and we'll be right back. So we're gonna get ready.
Hello, this is Nyaja, and you're watching the Lively Art of Conversation.
Hey, this is Dr. Rodney Duck, and you're watching the Lively Art of Conversation, where we live, we learn, we earn. My goodness, we pass it along. Hey, if you have an event, if you have a book, or if you want to be a guest on the show, please reach out to me at livelyartofconversation@gmail.com. That's right, livelyartofconversation@gmail.com, and we'll get you on. I'm here with the Blossom herself. That's right, Nyaja. Mm-hmm. She has been telling me to be patient, and I'm sitting here like knocking myself upside the head saying, oh my God, I really do need to be patient. She told me not to fight, and I was going to beat somebody up not too long ago. I was so mad. I was going to beat them up. Yes, Dr. Duck can get mad at people. Boy, that dude pissed me off, but she told me there was no need to fight. So I am going to take the wisdom of this young, beautiful Blossom that she's given me here. I want to talk about something that is very sensitive. And I asked you about a year ago to come out and talk about your health and the things that you've been experiencing. Tell me about your battle with epilepsy.
It was hard. I was diagnosed at 5. I was officially diagnosed at 5, and I was put onto oxcarbazepine and ethosuximide. And, it helped a little bit to control, the seizures, because I had both. I had absent seizures where I would just stare off into the distance. When somebody was talking to me, I wouldn't hear them, and then I just snap back. And then I also had grand mal seizures, which were the convulsions, and those were the worst. And then, I got off of the medicine because there's this rule that if you go 2 years without having a seizure while on medication, then you can start weaning off. And so I did that. Didn't work after like a week, and I was hopeful too, but it was a week after I had completely gotten off, and it came back, so I had to get back on the medicine, right? And then I tried it again. I think I was 14 or 15 when I got off of it, and I felt alive. I lost weight. I became more energetic. I was happier with myself, and I was just more alive. Like, I was enjoying life. And then I think it was 3 months after that I had my first one. It came back. It was pretty bad. Was it at school, Mom? Yes. Yeah, my first one that I had was at school, in choir, thankfully. So it was around people that know me and love me, and I feel safe with them. So my choir director, Mr. Gerald Nicholas, if you're listening to this, I love you. Thank you. He was so calm about it. And whenever anybody tells me about it, they laugh because he was super chill. And he came up to me and put me on my side and everything, just holding me, making sure I was okay. And then I got wheeled out to the nurse's office. And then I woke up and I was like, what happened? And then my head hurt, and then I knew what happened. Because after every seizure that I have a horrible headache. Like, every time I talk, breathe, cough, it just pounding. But I toughed it out because I knew that they needed to see that I was okay. Because they didn't know that I had it. Because I didn't tell anybody because I wasn't comfortable with myself enough to be open like I am now. So they were pretty scared. So I made sure that I was okay to walk. And my mom was really, really nervous to let me go back to school. She really wanted to sign me out, but I was fighting. I didn't want to go home. So I went back to the quiet room, and then everybody just came up to me and hugged me and was crying. They were like, "Are you okay? Oh my gosh, what's going on?" And I was like, "Everything's okay. It's not unusual." But I just had to make sure I was reassuring them because they were very, very, very scared. And then I didn't go back on medicine after that. And I had another one. That one took my nail off, actually. I was in my room at home. Again, thankfully, I was somewhere safe. I was on my bed, right? And I was sitting on my bed. And then I, went back. And, when you seize, you seize. So this hand was gripping onto the sheets, and I just got my nails done too. And it just ripped right off. It was real bad. Yeah, I know. And I was like, okay, that's not good. Still didn't get back on. Then the last one, one of the biggest ones, I had some friends over, and I was at home in the backyard, and we have a little patio or whatever, concrete, and I'm sitting down in the chair, so I'm already sitting down, so I black out, and I fell over, and I hit my head right here, but the scar's gone, thankfully, so it's okay, you know. But it was bad enough to where the EMTs had to come over. They, you know, pricked my finger to check my blood and stuff. And that was when we were like, okay, we can't do this anymore. You hurt yourself 2 times already, and this one was really bad. It could have been worse. So I got back on medicine after switching neurologists. I went to a different one because I didn't want to get back on the medicine that I was on. Yes. That was the main reason why I didn't get back on medicine, because I knew that I would feel drained and fatigued again, and I didn't want that. So I went to Dr. Keogh, and she put me on Lamictal or lamotrigine, whichever. And I have felt the best I have ever felt while being on medication.
And I appreciate you sharing that, because you're such a courageous young woman. It's all about learning, and a lot of times people don't know. They don't know what a seizure is. They don't know how to administer any type of first aid to anybody that has seizures. And there's people that are in our community that do have seizures, and this gives them an opportunity to learn. I mean, YouTube is a wonderful tool, and it's also a piece of crap as well too. But if you use it to educate yourself on things like this, and if you're ever in a situation, you'll know what to do. And I appreciate you coming out that day to actually talk about epilepsy, because it's very important. I know kids that have had epilepsy. My son's mother in Virginia, she suffers from epilepsy, and he had to learn at a very early age how to watch and take care of his mom. So it really means a lot, and that is very near and dear to me. So for you, that I wouldn't say you're battling with epilepsy. Now you know how to live with epilepsy. What is some of your advice to people that may not understand epilepsy? If they see someone that has a seizure, is there any tips you would like to give them? Because you are the subject matter expert.
I can only give you so much, because since I'm the one having it, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. I just know what my mom told me.
Yes.
To put them on their left side so that they don't like choke on their tongue or spit or anything, and then just stay calm. If it lasts for more than 5 minutes, I'm pretty sure you call 911, because that could be like, it could lead to brain damage.
Yes.
So that's all I know. But I mean, if mom's comfortable talking about it, she could tell you more.
I think you said everything, but most importantly, like you said, just stay calm, because you can't think straight if you're panicking too.
Stay calm. Stay calm. That's absolutely right. Stay calm. So if you witness someone having a grand mal seizure, the biggest thing is to stay calm, and the safety of it is to turn them onto their left. You just heard it from the nurse and the mama. So that's it. I don't have to do anything, because that's what we do in the emergency room, other than go find Ativan that takes long enough to find before we we can turn them on the side faster before the Ativan can come to us. So that's right. So I appreciate you being open and honest. I know that's been something that you've been very open with the public about, and it really means a lot, because a lot of times people don't know what other people are dealing with or going through, and that hasn't enabled you, because you're still blossoming. But just to know a little bit of the backstory of the woman that you are becoming is amazing. You know, it really is amazing. So
thank you.
As we get ready to transition, what is some messages you would like to pass along to people that are listening? Now, I wouldn't even say younger people, because you was teaching me how to be patient and not to fight with someone. So what messages would you like to pass along to the audience?
Always be kind and humble, and always be passionate about what you do, no matter what it is in life. You could be a chef, and you love food, and I love food, and you love making food, and, just making something that shows who you are, and then it tastes awesome, right? And you're passionate about that. You could be a nurse who loves making people happy and making sure that everyone is okay, and you're passionate about that. You could be a singer. You love music and you love just the feeling that it gives you. You're passionate about that. Like, there's so many things that anybody can do in this life, and just be passionate about what you do. And even if that changes, be passionate about what it is that you want to do next. You know, like I said, life isn't a straight path. It's always changing. So always be kind, humble, and passionate.
I like that. And I do appreciate that, because there's not enough kind people in the world. That's the reason why I almost got into a fight the other day. So, but I'm being patient, okay? And I'm acting my age now. I'm acting my age, because if not, you'll be talking bad about me on social media. Dr. Duckett's locked up. He should have been patient. So, but no, I appreciate you being on the show, and I appreciate the wonderful woman you've and for the parents that are there, you have raised a jewel. I mean, she is a rare ruby. I say that because, man, I'm telling you, you were a tight bud when I met you, you know, and now you are just this beautiful flower. And every time I see you, I mean, besides you making me feel old, I'm always happy to see you. I really am. I'm always happy to see you. So if anybody would like to book you for an event. Now, I've booked her multiple times. She don't do stuff for free, you know. So, but if someone likes to book you for an event, how do they get in contact with you?
That's my mama right there.
Oh, that's your mama? Yeah, that's your mama. I tell you what I'll do, if you look on the bottom here, this is her contact information right here. Or you can reach out to me at Lively Art of Conversation, and we'll have everything screened to Miss Suge Knight over here, and she will make sure everything. I should not say that because she's from the East Coast, so we won't say that. We won't say it. We won't use the other guy's name neither. So but if you hit me up, we'll go ahead and make sure you get that information to her, because she's very phenomenal. She's someone definitely that you want to be at your event, entertaining the people that's there. So Miss Nyaja, anything that you would like to close with?
Have fun, guys. Life is too short, and make the most of it while you can. Always, like I said, be kind to the people around you, and take advantage of every opportunity that you're given. Yes,
and you heard it here from my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blossom, Miss Nyaja. This is Dr. Rodney Duckett with the Lively Art of Conversation, where we live, we learn, we earn, we pass it along. And Miss Nyaja has passed it along to us. Wherever you do, wherever you go, be kind and be patient. That's it. Be kind and be patient is what I took from this. And she is that blossom. So if you're ready to blossom, just follow the footprints of Miss Nyaja that's here, because she has really done great work for us here. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next Sunday. I got a special treat. Everybody say you always look fly. You got the dopest beard right here in Killeen, Texas. All right. So now you're going to meet my barber. He's been my barber for 20 years, and we're like brothers. He always keeps me good. I can't get a free cut out of him, so I don't know if I want to use the word brother. No, I'm just playing. No, my barber will be here next week, Mr. Lawrence Granville with Granville Cuts. Cool dude. Been knowing him for 20 years. And we'll see you next week with the Lively Art of Conversation. Peace and blessings.